Imagine this: you wake up in the morning, tired, unfocused, drained of energy. Yet you didn't run a marathon. You didn't work 12 hours in the fields. You didn't build something meaningful. All you did was waste your energy on a few minutes of pleasure that left you empty. Millions of men across the world live in this endless cycle, stuck in a loop that promises relief but delivers regret. But what if I told you that breaking free from this cycle could completely transform your life, your mind, your body, your spirit, your confidence, even your destiny? Today, we're going to uncover the raw, untold truths about masturbation, the silent destroyer of potential, and why once you truly understand this, you'll never look at it the same way again. Science tells us that the human body is designed to conserve energy for growth, creation, and survival. Semen isn't just fluid, it's a dense life force filled with proteins, minerals, and nutrients. Every time you release it unnecessarily, your body has to rebuild, and this comes at a cost. Frequent masturbation disrupts your hormonal balance, leading to fatigue, weaker muscle growth, and even reduced testosterone levels. For many men, this means weaker focus at the gym, less drive at work, and a constant feeling of lethargy. But it goes deeper. Overindulgence wires your brain into thinking it needs constant reward. Instead of fighting for long-term victories, you become addicted to short-term release. And this is why many men today feel physically weaker compared to previous generations, because their bodies are being drained of vital energy that could have been used to build strength, stamina, and resilience. What happens in your mind when you fall into this habit? Dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical, spikes unnaturally. The problem? Over time, your brain adapts. It starts requiring more stimulation just to feel normal. This is why so many men today struggle with anxiety, depression, and lack of motivation, because their dopamine system is hijacked by constant artificial pleasure. Worse yet, this habit often becomes a form of escape. When you feel stressed, lonely, or unmotivated, instead of facing the discomfort, you run to the screen. And slowly, your brain learns that avoidance is easier than growth. You stop building courage, stop chasing purpose, stop living life fully. The great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." How much time has been wasted in a dark room, staring at a screen, while the world outside waits for you to rise? Now, let's look beyond science. In almost every spiritual tradition, whether it's Stoicism, Buddhism, or Christianity, self-mastery is seen as the highest form of strength. The Stoics taught that pleasure is a dangerous master. Epictetus warned, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When you give in to constant self-gratification, you're not in control. You are being controlled. Masturbation may feel private, but it weakens your relationship with reality. It enslaves you to desire. You lose your clarity of mind, your sense of purpose, and your ability to control urges. True power comes when you rise above those urges and redirect that energy into something greater: your craft, your fitness, your mission, your legacy. That energy, once preserved, becomes fire. It sharpens your eyes, your voice, your presence. People feel it when you walk into a room. The discipline, the self-control, the aura of someone who is not enslaved by fleeting desires. Let's be brutally honest. What does this habit actually cost you? It costs you time, hours wasted on pixels instead of real progress. It costs you confidence, because deep down, you know you're not living in alignment with your highest self. It costs you relationships, because no real woman can compete with a fantasy that never rejects you. It costs you health, poor sleep, weaker focus, even erectile dysfunction for some. And it costs you potential, the very greatness you were meant to achieve in this short, fragile life. But here's the truth. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are simply trapped in a cycle that billions of men are caught in. And cycles can be broken. The same energy that has been wasted can be transformed. The same discipline that has been lost can be rebuilt. Imagine if, instead of wasting those hours, you invested them into learning a skill, building a business, mastering your body, connecting with real people, or pursuing your purpose. The difference wouldn't just be small, it would be life-changing. So how do you stop? First, understand that it's not about perfection, it's about progress. You won't change overnight, but you can start today. Remove triggers, the websites, the late night scrolling, the isolation. Replace the habit with growth. Exercise when the urge hits. Write your goals, meditate, or read philosophy. Every time you overcome an urge, you build strength. Every time you say no, your willpower grows. The Stoics believe that hardship is the training ground of greatness. And every urge is an opportunity to train your mind like a warrior. Second, build vision. Ask yourself, who do I want to be in 10 years? Do I want to be a man of discipline, power, and respect? Or someone trapped in the same cycle, older but weaker, with regrets piling up? Every decision you make today is a brick in the foundation of that future self. The choice is yours. Finally, remember, this is not about guilt. This is about freedom. Freedom from addiction, freedom from weakness, freedom from wasting your life. You deserve that freedom. You deserve the greatness that comes with it. So, will you stay trapped in this cycle of fleeting pleasure, or will you rise above it and reclaim your life? Every great man in history had to fight his inner battles, and this is yours. Stop letting your energy, your potential, your time slip away. Start today. Build discipline. Build mastery. Build a life worth remembering. Because once you truly understand what's at stake, you will never go back again.